What's poppin'? What's poppin'? So your girl came to rant, communicate, conversate, what do you like to call it? And today your girl came on here to talk about your plan failed. Even though you tried everything to bring that person down, your plan failed. So, to those that's out there that is plotting on a motherfucker, trying to bring someone down, trying to make them feel small, trying to make them feel like they are not worth being on this world. Your plan failed. They still here. They still going. They still moving. They still thriving. They still being the best that they can be. You lost. You thought they was down. You thought they was gone for the count. You thought this was a KO in this motherfucker. Like, you won the battle. Nah. You ain't win nothing, love. They still going. They still thriving. They still moving. They still doing the best they can. Even though you are throwing shit at them, even though you are talking shit behind their backs, even though you are bringing people into your motherfucking posse, into your motherfucking clique to run their mouths just like you, they still going. They still moving. They still thriving. They still doing the best they can. Now what? Now what, love? When are you going to realize that your plan is never going to work? When is you going to realize that they got God? When is you going to realize that you cannot bring down the all high? When is you going to realize that? Please let me know. When is you going to realize you can't stop them because of who they follow? When is you going to realize you can't stop them because of how much power they got behind them? When is you going to realize that you cannot bring them down? When? When is you going to realize you can't bring them down, baby? When you going to realize that all your plans and all your plotting and all your scheming behind the scenes ain't working, baby? Every time you throw that negative energy at them, every time you motherfucking talk about them, every time you run up on somebody and tell them some secrets about some motherfuckers that's not true, they get the fuck out of here. Slap that shit out here like a motherfucking fly in the air. That's what you is, a fly. You a motherfucking fly and you get swatted every time. So when is you gonna realize that you cannot defeat this hand of God? When is you not going to when are you going to realize that this hand is gonna slap your ass every time? When is you gonna realize that your little ass cannot handle this big motherfucker that stands tall every motherfucking day, every motherfucking second, every motherfucking minute? Yeah, I might be stuttering, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You ain't gonna stop me from getting this message out. I said what I said. You lost. It's over with. It's done. You can keep on trying. I guess you say what they say. Mama ain't raised no bitch, so if I keep failing, I'm gonna keep trying. Even if I know I'm gonna lose every time. Even though I know that I'm gonna fall every time. Even though I know that my bullshit ain't gonna work every time. I'm still gonna keep going. Okay, just like them. But the difference between them and you is they is winning and you is losing. Every time they wake up, they is still here. Every time they wake up, they still smiling. Even if they had a bad day, even if that day, yesterday, they was over here grumpy face and all, they still going. You ain't stopped shit. Except yourself. You ain't stopped shit except yourself. When you gonna realize that you cannot bring somebody down that follows God. You cannot bring nobody down that has got faith inside them. You cannot bring nobody down that is rocking with the all high. You cannot bring nobody down that is standing tall with God. You cannot bring nobody down that follows the man that created this motherfucking world. You cannot bring them down. When are you gonna realize? You're on the losing team, love. When you gonna realize you ain't gonna never win, love. When you gonna realize that you need to wake up and smell the roses around you because it's your funeral. You done died every time. You done died every time. Why are you getting back up? You done died every time and they still alive. Why are you getting back up? Is it because that's all you got? All you got is that mouth that you can run and go behind motherfuckers' back and talk shit about them. All you got is that mouth that you can go make up lies. All you got is that mouth that can spread rumors that's not true. All you got is that mouth that can just... Oh. Why don't you do something with your life? I don't know. Spread positivity. Spread healing. Spread growth. Stop spreading rumors. Stop spreading lies. Stop trying to bring somebody down that's not even doing nothing to you. When are you going to realize your plan failed? And it fails every time. Every time you try to pull that trigger, it's a dud. Every time you try to lift that knife, it's dull. Every time you try to motherfucking sling that slingshot, it falls back and hits your ass in the face. Every time you try to throw that motherfucking grenade, you throw that bitch and that bitch somehow goes up in the motherfucking air, it falls right back down on you. When are you gonna realize that every motherfucking weapon that you try to throw at that motherfucker is never gonna prosper? All you can do is laugh at you, bro. All you can do is laugh at you. The motherfucking weapon that you try to build up and use against that motherfucker is never gonna prosper. When are you gonna realize that God has a barrier around his chosen? God has a barrier around his kids. God is over here protecting, like the parent that they is. Every time. Every time. When are you going to realize that you cannot knock down that door? When are you going to realize that you cannot go underneath it? When are you going to realize that any which way that you try to break this wall, it is not going to break? It is going to stand tall like it always has. When are you going to realize? When are you going to realize? Your power is not stronger than God. I don't know who told you that your power is stronger than the man, in the woman, in the creation, in the being that created this motherfucking world. Your power is not stronger. How are you stronger than your creator? I'm gonna ask you one more time. How are you stronger than your creator? You mean you can destroy the thing that created you? The thing that knows what brings you down? The thing that knows what makes you tick? The thing that knows what makes you thrive? The thing that knows that what makes you you? You cannot bring it down. You cannot. So that little inkling in your head that is constantly telling you, fuck God. I don't give a fuck about God. I'm finna take his children and I'm finna destroy his children. Why? Because they children ain't shit. And I'm better than they children, but you they children too. So how are you gonna tell God, fuck God, when God created you? And God can take your life, and God can destroy you, and God can flip your ass upside down and give your ass a spanking that you need. Is you going to realize that you will not prosper in this battle of yours? This demonic, toxic battle of yours. You will not prosper. Never in your motherfucking life will you ever motherfucking prosper against God. God will set this motherfucker ablaze if only you knew. So when you gonna realize you can't do shit except run your mouth and get slapped back every time you try some shit? When are you gonna realize that everything that you try to do against his chosen, everything that you try to do against his kids, everything that you try to do against his family will never work? It's done. It's over with. When will you accept defeat? When will you accept that you have lost? When will you have decided to put the weapons down and give up and say, I'm done. I've tried so many times. I've put up so many weapons and I've been slapped down so many times. I cannot win. I cannot prosper. I cannot go against this motherfucker because of how powerful they are. I cannot. When will you realize you cannot win against God and his children? When will you realize you will not be able to prosper how you think you're going to prosper? You're not going to bring nobody down. They might have fell. They might have fell. They might have was on the ground for a good couple of days. They might have been on the ground for a good couple of weeks. They might have been on the ground for a good couple of months. But they gonna get back up every motherfucking time. Every time they're going to get back up. Every time they're going to get back up. And when they do get back up, they're going to get stronger every time, to where the next battle, the next weapon that you do, you're going to have to bring it even more stronger than what you did the last time, because it didn't work. Now that it didn't work, what you going to do? Bring in more minions? Call in the minions! Where is the flying monkeys? Is that what you're gonna do? Bring them in! Ready the weapons! Aim! Fire! Still standing, bitch. I'm still standing, ho. All them bullets that you just wasted. You just wasted all them bullets, all that ammunition, all them motherfucking grenades, all them motherfucking slingshots, everything that you didn't put at me. You wasted. I'm still standing. I'm still going. I'm still thriving. I'm still moving. I'm still being the best that I can. Poor Tink Tink. Poor Tinky. Oh, poor Tinky. You thought that little weapon was gonna get me. Poor Tinky. I might have been wounded. I might have lost a limb. But I'm still here, baby. And I'm doing better than you. And just think if that shit backfired. You getting slapped. And you getting every bullet that you shot, every grenade that you thrown, every slingshot that you let go of is coming right on back. So you a wounded individual still fighting, trying to get up and defeat the thing that can never be defeated. When will you realize you are going to die if you keep on trying to take out God? When are you going to realize you are not going to be alive? When are you going to realize that everything that you try to do is going to slap you in the face? When are you going to realize that everything that you try to pull is going to go back onto you? When are you going to realize that karma is a bitch and it will take your ass and give you a new asshole and sit your ass down and tell you, are you done? No, you're not done. So you telling me you want 3 assholes? I already gave you one. You want another asshole? How many times is you gonna realize that you're not gonna win? With your negative energy, with your toxic energy, with your energy to where you trying to bring somebody down that's not even doing nothing to you, when are you going to realize you can't win? Not against God. You can't win. Your weapons will never prosper. You cannot win. When will you realize you will not? You will never. And I know God says never say never, but you will never. And if you ever took somebody down that said they was godly, they was never godly. It was a lie. Because all God's children is strong. They might fall, they might tumble, but they will always get back up. And if a God's child falls or never gets back up, they was never God's child to begin with. That was all a lie. They was one of you trying to be like us because they knew they could not win. So they tried to fake it to make it. You can't fake it to make it over here. God knows his children. God knows who's trying to fake it to make it. God knows who's trying to be a assassin trying to infiltrate his children. God knows when you are not really of God. God knows who his children are and who the devil's children are. And he knows you will never win. Even if you try to pretend to be like one of them, you will never win. So to those that's out there that is constantly getting these weapons, good luck. And I hope you got a lot of ammunition because you finna waste every last one. It's not working! Bring in the next one! We got the nukes! We got the nukes, sir! Bring in the big guns! Bring in the big guns! Everybody take cover! We're finna blow this motherfucker! Boom! Did we get him? Did we get him? Did they go down? Sir, do you see anybody standing still? We are still here. And we standing strong. Sir, I see someone. Sir, they're still over there. Oh my God, they're not gonna fall. Sir, what are we gonna do? I think that was our last ammo. Oh my God, sir, we're out of ammo. What do we do now? Retreat. Fall back. We gotta come up with another plan. Sir, the plan didn't work. Sir, this is plan Z. We went through the whole alphabet, sir. The plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, X, T, U, V, W, X, Y, N. Z did not work. What is next, sir? What is the next plan? Every plan we tried has failed. What is the next plan? Oh my God. Are we going to win? We have no win in sight. We cannot see. I don't see. How are we going to beat them, God? Not even God. Look. They tried to call on God. How are we going to defeat them, God? How are we going to defeat you? God, how are we going to defeat you? We done went through so many plans. We done went through so many things. We done went through so much ammo. God, how can we defeat you? You can't. You cannot defeat God. Oh my God. You cannot. It's gotten to the point where you're calling on a motherfucker that... It got to the point where you're calling on the motherfucker that you're trying to defeat. Help us. Help us defeat you. Help us bring you down. Tell us what we should do next. Tell us how to defeat you. What do we do to defeat you? You give up. Give up. That is the only way for you to defeat me. Give up. Give up and repent for your sins. You are not going to win. When you ever realize that I will always be standing in the end. Man, God, you funny as hell, bro. Yo, all you can do is laugh at God's children that is trying to bring him down. Bring them down. You will never win. I am the all high. I am the thing that created you. I am the thing that rules this motherfucking world. You will never defeat me. And you will never defeat my children that stands with me. So, as we sit back here and look beautiful, look pretty, and let all of your weapons come and boom, 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 we not even finna flinch. We're not finna flinch because we know it's not gonna touch us. Every weapon you try to pull, it's not gonna touch us. So let's cheers to that. Because we won. And y'all have a good day, okay? Because I'm done. Your plan didn't work, baby. Now we finna go have some fun. Bye-bye.